पदाय।
Yes.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय राधा माधव, राधा माधव श्री राधे। जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम, जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम। जय राधा लंडनेश्वर, राधा लंडनेश्वर, राधा लंडनेश्वर श्री राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा, जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा। जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा शिल प्रभुपदा। जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा। जय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्णा। So now we have to do the Mangalacharan, no?
Yes, Mataji, Mangalacharan.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। विचैतन्यामनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा thank you everyone for joining Gaurangi Mataji Asha Mataji Gayatri Mataji thank you so much Prabhu is on mute so please forgive me because I didn't prepare much after coming from India. I was like having trouble with the sleep and everything. Thank you so much. And I would really thank Prabhu for giving this opportunity. Though I'm not qualified, but he is always very kind and very compassionate towards us for learning purpose. So thank you, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. And devotees, please forgive me for any mistakes, and I will try whatever I have read, and I will speak whatever I can remember. And this verse, this particular verse, I really like because nectar of instructions is full of nectar, like Amrita. Srila Prabhupada says it is like very nice and lot of instructions. Srila Rupa Goswami is giving us how to discharge devotional services, nectar of devotion and nectar of instructions. It is for actually for the we have to learn every day, or if possible in the beginning we have to read all the time. I mean, when we come to Krishna consciousness, this is the book they advise. Nectar of instructions you have to read, then you have to read Nectar of devotion. Then we will learn how to do sadhana bhakti and we grow in Krishna consciousness. Thank you. I'll start. Nectar of instruction, text 3. उत्साहनिश्चयधैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्मा प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते शब्दिर्भक्तिः प्रसीद्यति उत्साहनिश्चयात् धैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्मा प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसीद्यति उत्साहन् निश्चयाधैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्मा प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः शब्दिर्भक्तिः प्रसीद्यति synonyms utsahat by enthusiasm, nishchaya by confidence, Dhairya by patience, Tattat Karma, various activities favorable for devotional service. Pravartana by performing Sangha Tyagat, by giving up the association of non-devotees. Sataha of the great previous acharyas. Prattehe by following in the footsteps. Shabdibihi by these six. Um, Bhaktihi devotional service. Prasidhyati advances or becomes successful. Translation. There are six principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1. Being enthusiastic. 2. Endeavoring with confidence. 3. Being patient. 4. Acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. 5. Abandoning the association of non devotees. And 6. Following in footsteps of the previous acharyas. These six principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Purport. It is written by, this Nectar of Instruction is written by Srila Rupa Goswami, but is been translated by Srila Prabhupada. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Devotional service is not a matter of, devotional service is a not, service is a matter of, devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation or imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is a practical activity. Srila Rupa Goswami, in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11, has defined devotional service as follows: Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyana vritam anukulyena krishnam anushilanam bhaktir uttama. Uttama bhakti or unalloyed devotion unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna involves the rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord. This devotional service should be free from any extraneous motive and devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, and all other selfish desires. Bhakti is a sort of cultivation. As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Cultivation of spirituality does not mean sitting down idly for meditation as some pseudo yogis teach. Such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service, and for this reason, it is sometimes recommended as a way to check distracting materialistic activities. Meditation means stopping all nonsensical activities, at least for the time being. Devotional service, however, not only puts an end to all nonsensical mundane activities, but also engages one in meaningful devotional activities. Srila Prahlad Maharaj. See, Prahlad Maharaj recommends Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. The 9 processes of devotional services are as follows: 1. Hearing the name and glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 2. Chanting His glories. 3. Remembering the Lord. 4. Serving the Lord's feet. 5. Worshipping the deity. 6. Offering obeisances unto the Lord. 7. Acting as the Lord's servant. 8. Making friends with the Lord. 9. Surrendering oneself fully to the Lord. Shravanam or hearing is the first step in acquiring transcendental knowledge. One should not give oral reception to unauthorized persons, but should approach the proper person as recommended in Bhagavad Gita 4 chapter 34 verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena praniprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninastastva darshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching his spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. It is further recommended in the Mundaka Upanishad tad vijnanartham sa gurum eva abhigachyet. To understand the transcendental service, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Thus, this method of submissively receiving transcendental confidential knowledge is not merely based on mental speculation. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami, ब्रह्मांडे भ्रमिते को न भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाय भक्ति लता बीजा. In the course of traveling the universal creation of Brahma, some fortune souls may receive the seed of Bhaktilata, the creeper of devotional service. This is all by the grace of Guru and Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 19 chapter 151 verse. The material world is a place the material world is a confinement place of confinement for the living entities who are by nature anandamaya, pleasure seeking. They actually want to be free from the confinement of this world of a conditional happiness, but not knowing the process of liberation, they are bound to transmigrate from one species of life to another, and from one planet to another. In this way, the living entities are wandering throughout the material universe. When by good fortune one comes in contact with a pure devotee and hears from him patiently, one begins to follow the path of devotional service. Such an opportunity is offered to a person who is sincere. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is giving such a chance to humanity at large. If by fortune one takes advantage of this opportunity to engage in devotional service, the path of liberation immediately opens. One should accept this opportunity to return home back to Godhead very enthusiastically. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be successful. Even in the material world, one has to be very enthusiastic in his particular field of activity in order to become successful. A student, businessman, artist, or anyone else who wants success in his line must be enthusiastic. Similarly, one has to be very enthusiastic in devotional service. Enthusiasm means action, but action for whom? The answer is that one should always act for Krishna. Krishna Artha Akila Chesta, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. In all phases of life, one has to perform devotional activities under the direction of the spiritual master in order to attain perfection in Bhakti Yoga. It is not that one has to confine or narrate one's activities. Krishna is all pervading, therefore, nothing is independent of Krishna. As Krishna himself states in Bhagavad Gita 9.4, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina vastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshva avastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one has to make everything favorable for a devotional service. For example, at present we are using a dictaphone. The materialistic who invented this machine intended it for businessmen or writers of mundane subject matters. He certainly never thought of using the dictaphone in God's service. But we are using this dictaphone to write Krishna conscious literature. Of course, the manufacturer of the dictaphone is wholly within the energy of Krishna. All the parts of the instrument, including the electronic functions, are made from different combinations and interactions of the five basic types of material energy, namely Bhumi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, and Akasha. The inventor used his brain to make this complicated machine, and his brain, as well as the uh, ingredients, were supplied by Krishna. According to the statement of Krishna, Masani Sarvabhutani, everything is depending on my energy. Thus, the devotee can understand that since nothing is independent of Krishna's energy, everything should be devoted by his service. Endeavor executed with the intelligence in Krishna consciousness is called Usaha or enthusiasm. The devotees first find the correct means by which everything can be utilized in the service of Lord. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. The execution of devotional service is not a matter of idle meditation but practical action in the foreground of spiritual life. These activities must be executed with patience. One should not be impatient in Krishna consciousness. Indeed, this Krishna consciousness movement was started single handedly, and in the beginning there was no response. But because we continue to execute our devotional services with patience, people gradually began to understand the importance of this moment, and now they are eagerly participating. One should not be impatient in discharging devotional service but should take instructions from the spiritual master and execute them with patience, depending on the mercy of Guru and Krishna. The successful execution of Krishna consciousness activities requires both patience and confidence. A newly married girl naturally expects offsprings from her husband, but she cannot expect to have them immediately after marriage. Of course, as soon as she is married, she can attempt to get a child, but she must surrender to her husband, confident that her child will develop and be born in due time. Similarly, in devotional service, surrender means that one has to become confident. The devotee thinks Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give me help for the successful execution of devotional service. This is called confidence. And as already explained, one should not be idle but should be very enthusiastic about executing the regulative principles. Tat tat karma pravartana. Neglect of the regulative principles will destroy devotional service. In this Krishna consciousness movement, there are four basic regulative principles: forbidding illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. A devotee must be very enthusiastic about following these principles. If he becomes slack in following any of them, his progress will certainly be checked. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore recommended Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat. One must strictly follow the regulative principles of Vaidhi Bhakti. In addition to these four prohibitions, Yama, there are positive regulative principles, Niyama, such as the daily chanting of 16 rounds on Japamala beads. These regulative activities must be faithfully performed with enthusiasm. This is called Tat Tat Karma Pravartana or varied engagement in devotional service. Furthermore, in order to be successful in devotional service, one must give up the association of undesirable people. The, this includes karmis, jnanis, yogis, and other non-devotees. Once Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked by one of his householder devotee about the general principles of Vaishnavism, as well as the general routine activities of the Vaishnavas, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, Asat Sangha Tyaga, that is Vaishnava Achara. Characteristically, a Vaishnava is one who gives up the association of worldly people or non-devotees. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura has therefore recommended Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Vasa. One has to live in the company of pure devotees and execute the regulative principles laid down by the previous acharyas. The six Goswamis, namely Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami. If one lives in the association of devotees, there is a little chance of associating with the non-devotees. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is opening many centers just to invite people to live in the company of devotees and practice the regulative principles of spiritual life. Devotional service means transcendental activities. On the transcendental platform, there is no contamination by the three modes of material nature. This is called Vishuddha Sattva, the platform of pure goodness or goodness free from contamination by the qualities of passion and ignorance. In this Krishna consciousness movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 a.m. and attend Mangalarati or morning worship, then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform Kirtana, and so forth. Thus, we hold continuous activities in devotional service 24 hours daily. This is called Sato Vritti, or following in the footsteps of previous acharyas who expertly filled every moment of time with Krishna consciousness activities. If one strictly follows the advice given in the verse by Srila Rupa Goswami, namely being enthusiastic, being confident, being patient, giving up the association of unwanted persons, following the regulative principles, and remaining in the association of devotees, one is sure to advance in devotional service. In this regard, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura remarks that the cultivation of knowledge by philosophical speculation, the collection of mundane opulence by the advancement of fruitive activities, and the desire for yoga siddhis, material perfections, are all contrary to the principles of devotional service. One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities and turn his intentions instead to the regulative principles of devotional service. According to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 269, verse. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यं जागृति संयमी यस्याहं जागृति भूतानि स निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. What is night for all being is the time of awakening for the self-controlled, and the time of awakening for all being is night for the introspective sages. Engagement in the devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of the living entity. It is desired goal and supreme perfection of human life. One has to become confident about this, and one also has to be confident that all activities other than devotional service, such as mental speculation, fruitive work, or mystic endeavor, will never yield any enduring benefits. Complete confidence is the path of devotional service, will enable one to attain his desired goal, but attempting to follow other path will only succeed in making one restless. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, one must be calmly convinced that those who have given up devotional service to engage in service of the austerities for other purpose are not purified in their minds despite their advanced austerities, because they have no information of the transcendental loving service of the Lord. If it is further stated in the 10th canto, although mental speculators and fruity actors may perform great austerities and penance, they still fall down because they do not have information about the lotus feet of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord, however, never fall down. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.31, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assures Arjuna, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Again in Bhagavad Gita 2.40, Krishna says, Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapyasya dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Devotional service is so pure and perfect that having begun, one is forcibly dragged to ultimate success. Sometimes a person will give up his ordinary material engagement and out of sentiment take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, and thus begin the preliminary execution of devotional service. Even if such an immature devotee falls down, there is no loss on his part. On the other hand, what is the gain of one who executes the prescribed duties according to his varna and ashrama, but does not take to devotional service? Although a fallen devotee may take his next birth in a low family, his devotional service will nonetheless resume from where it left off. Devotional service is ahetuki apratiha aprati sorry aprit, apratihata. It is not the effect of any mundane cause, nor can it be terminated by any mundane cause or permanently curtailed by any material interruption. Therefore, a devotee should be confident about his engagement and should not be very interested in the activities of the karmis, jnanis, and yogis. There are certainly many good qualities among fruity actors, philosophers, speculators, and mystic yogis, but all good qualities automatically develop in the character of a devotee. No extraneous endeavor is needed. As confirmed by Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18-12, all the good qualities of the demigods manifest progressively in one who has developed pure devotional service. Because a devotee is not interested in any material activities, he does not become materially contaminated. He is immediately situated on the platform of transcendental life. However, one who engages in mundane activity, be he a so-called jnani, yogi, karmi, philanthropist, nationalist, or whatever, cannot attain the higher stage of Mahatma. He remains a Duratma, or cripple minded person. According to Bhagavad Gita 99.13, महात्मानास्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यानन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिम् अव्ययम्. O son of Pratha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Since all the devotees of the Lord are under the protection of His supreme potency, they should not deviate from the path of devotional service and take to the path of the karmic jnani or yogi. This is called Ussahan, Nishchayat, Dhairya, Tat Karma Pravartanat. Enthusiastically executing the regulative activities of devotional service with patience and confidence. In this way, one can advance in devotional service without hindrance. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This is a big one. Sorry for choosing this, but I really like this because we in this verse we can learn uh, six main principles of devotional service which are favorable for our advancement. So, Srila Prabhupada has given nice explanation in the purport. I think I would suggest whoever would like to go through again, you can go through after we finish this one. I will just briefly go through a little bit summary because it's all self-explanatory. Prabhupada has given so many verses also in as a reference. Uh, okay, so actually, this is one of the important verse uh, which we come across many times. Srila Prabhupada quotes and many senior devotees also quotes them. People have actually misconception that bhakti means simply sitting idle or living in the forest. We try to focus with the a weird position because they think that bhakti means only the meditation, so that is why they try to focus in different positions. This is not bhakti. It is not positive thing. It is an active thing. It's not a passive thing. Actually bhakti is a always a active thing. So bhakti is a service. Srila Prabhupada translated bhakti as a devotional service. The word service itself implies action that is that we must understand that devotional service uh, that means it's bhakti yoga. It's not for sadhus. So some people have the misconception that oh, bhakti means it's only for sadhus and sannyasis. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter whichever varnas we are in, whichever ashramas we are in. It's for everyone to follow. um, so, and also engaging ourselves with the mind, body, and senses in the service of the Lord, of Krishna and his devotees. It's not only Lord Krishna. Krishna likes when we serve his devotees. We are actually dasanudasas. So we know that the gopis are the topmost devotees of the Lord. They were always thinking of Krishna, how to serve him, how to please him. So we know that. And also, Srila Prabhupada always considered himself as a servant of Lord. Because when he was in America, when somebody asked him, Swamiji, are you a God? Then he replied, he was really in tears. He said, no, I am not God. I am the servant of God. I am the servant of the Lord. Means uh, he come from proper Guru Parampara, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. We are belongs to that Sampradaya. So if we have to become devotee, if we have to worship Krishna, we have to accept one of the sampradaya, definitely, which is authorized, which is bona fide. So we have four sampradayas, I think you all may know. So we are belongs to Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So this particular verse explains how to go from intermediate devotion to the highest Uttama Bhakti. In this purport, Srila Prabhupada has quoted a beautiful verse from Nectar of Devotion 1.1.11. Anyabhilashitah shunya. The meaning is so giving up all the other desires or nullifying all the other desires, doing what is desired by Krishna. In ISKCON, we try to cultivate devotional service, which way means which is only favorable, which Krishna likes. That is the way Srila Prabhupada has structured our Krishna Bhakti. So how to do how to progress in Krishna consciousness? Srila Prabhupada has given a beautiful structure. So that is what we have to follow. So cultivation, for example, how to cultivate? Cultivation means we have to wait. It is a slow progress. It's a sadhana bhakti. So bhakti starts from our sadhana actually. We cannot do bhakti actually. It is a Prabhupada has given us, explained us, we have to only do devotional service to attain that stage, bhakti stage. So nobody can do bhakti, especially in this Kali Yuga. So when there is one beautiful example where I have come across. Uh, Cultivation means we have to wait for some time. It is a slow progression. When the farmer wants to cultivate crops, he sows the seeds in the soil. Then he regularly waters it. Then he provides nourishment. Then he cannot wait then and there immediately. Like I belongs to a farmer. I was born in a farm. I'm born in a farmer family. So we know sometimes in the monsoon, it rains heavily. We will be really waiting, and after all, like 4 5 months of waiting, then only you can find some, the this one. Whatever we bow, we get the seeds like rice or whatever, all the other pulses, grains. Similarly, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, he has given us the Bhakti Lata Bija. So in every devotee who is in Krishna consciousness, one who is following Srila Prabhupada's the structure, so he has given us that seed. So that seed is born in everyone's heart, sown in everyone's heart. So with that seed, what we have to do? We have to water it. How do we water? We have to water by doing sadhana. How do we do sadhana? There are total nine devotional process of devotional services where Prahlada Maharaj has explained. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So, Shravanam means there are so many examples of great personalities, but there are nine who are very popular actually. Um, so Shravanam, anybody can give who is the famous, the popular example for that. Anybody can say? Okay,
Parikshit
Shravanam is
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Parikshit Maharaj Mataji.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we know, all of us know Shravanam. He heard Srimad Bhagavatam from and glories of the Lord and his devotees by his uh, Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami explained him, narrated him the whole Bhagavatam in 7 days, 7 day and 7 night. He did not eat, he did not do anything. He was only hearing. So that was the process. That's the perfection to attain Lord. Then Kirtanam, anyone would like to go? Okay. Kirtanam is by Shukadeva Goswami. He explained, thank you. I know Gayatri Mataji, every answer. So Kirtanam, I think we will be short of time. I will just go a little bit fast. Kirtanam is by Shukadeva Goswami. He narrated the whole Bhagavatam to uh, Parikshit Maharaj and all the gathered sages there. He attained perfection through Kirtanam and Vishnu Smaranam. Prahlad Maharaj, as we know, he is called as Bhakta Shiromani. He never ever forgot Lord. All the time he was constantly remembering the Lord. That is one that is remembering. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam. Padasevanam is Goddess Lakshmi, as we all know. She never moved a second from the lotus feet of the Lord, Lord Vishnu. Padasevanam Archanam. Archana means deity worship. Prithu Maharaj, he used all his wealth, opulence, everything in the worship of the deity and doing all the pujas and everything, and yajnas and everything. And Archanam, Vandanam, Akrur. I think everyone know, all of you know, when Akrur was going to Vrindavan to bring this one Krishna Balram to Mathura, he he offered beautiful prayers to Lord Krishna when he was taking bath. He saw Krishna himself in the river, Yamuna river. So that is the famous prayer uh, he offered to Lord. Then Das Vandanam Das Sakyam is Dasyam. Sorry, Dasyam. Who is Dasyam? Um,
Hanuman.
Hanuman.
Hanuma. Hanuman.
sorry, Hanuman.
Hanuman.
Yes. Yeah, Sakyam, yeah, Dasyam Hanumanji. We all know how he served Lord Ram, and he is always the great devotee of the Lord. He is remembered as a famous servant. Then Sakyam is Arjuna, as you all know. So Arjuna was always a constant friend of Lord Krishna. And Atmanivedana, surrendered everything to Krishna, mind, body, soul, senses, everything, wealth, kingdom. Who is that?
Ambarish Maharaj.
No,
Bali
Bali
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Amrish Maharaj, yes, he is famous for all these nine. Yeah. So these are the personalities mainly for one devotional services. But Amrish Maharaj gave everything, yeah, every day, everything he was using, all the senses, everything he was doing, daily basis. But Bali Maharaj, one time he did, because he promised, as we all know. I will not go through with the detailed in here. So now in this purport, we come across with the two main differences, like comparison between idle meditation and bhakta. Idle man, one who thinks that meditation is the topmost, but that is not the final. Bhakta is doing both. He will do meditation also, meditation of Lord Krishna, chanting the holy name of the Lord, doing sadhana. Then he will do all other activities. But idle men don't do anything. He don't do any worship, or he don't do anything. He only will try for temporarily. He will try to focus his senses, but which is not possible in this age of Kali, that they don't know. So this is one thing. Um, and the neophyte devotees, actually, uh, we have to start with the Shravanam. I mean, I myself consider all the time I am a neophyte devotee, so I have to focus more on Shravanam and chanting, hearing the glories of the Lord, and also we have to chant also, chanting the Lord's name. In this age of Kali, there is no other alternative except Harir Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalavnasti Eva Nasti Gatir Anyata. In this age of Kali, there is no other alternative other than hearing and chanting the holy name of the Lord. This is the way only we can deliver ourselves from this entanglement of birth and death, and also will be protected from Maya. Otherwise, nothing can help us. And and now we will come across with all these six characteristic. Utsaha means actually enthusiasm. So it's nice to be enthusiastic. Devotees, always we need to be very enthusiastic. I mean, how to be enthusiastic? Um, we have to always think how we can improve, how we can, um, do our service, what to do, like that kind of. The enthusiasm only will take us to the higher stage. So this is one of the important thing. Enthusiasm, then nish, what is that called? The next one is endeavoring with the confidence. So with enthusiasm, we should endeavor whatever we do. We should have confidence also. Without confidence, we cannot achieve any goal. For example, um, we need to have uh, strong faith in Krishna. Like, for example, we know that Krishna will help us. Krishna can do and Krishna will do. So we cannot say, oh, he can do or he may do, nothing like that. We should always have complete faith in him. There are so many examples of the exalted devotees we can say. Um, One example which comes in my mind is I am from Udupi, India, where Lord Krishna's temple is there. It is very famous. It is the followers of Madhvacharya, and the deity which is there is installed by Madhvacharya, and it was been worshipped by Rukmini herself. I will not share that today, but maybe some other day. I know some devotees already shared. um, there is a very good pastime about one of the great devotee called Kanakadasa. He is from very low caste, scheduled caste. In our area, before there was a misconception that the scheduled caste, they are untouchable. They cannot enter the temple. So this Kanakadasa was so great exalted devotee, but he wanted to see the Lord. He wanted to take the darshan of the Lord. So he came to temple, but the priests in there, the pujaris in there stopped him, saying that you cannot enter because you are belongs to, you are not touchable. You are not, we cannot touch you. So he was so upset. He cried. He was in tears. And he just went behind the temple and where the deity was facing. I mean, the opposite side, the same direction he went, and he started weeping and crying for Krishna. He sang so beautifully, Bagilanu Teredu Sevenu Kodohari. Means he said, please open the door and give me your darshan. He really cried in that ecstasy, in that like how mother will child will cry for mother. So he was crying and weeping. Then Lord, the deity completely turned. There is a hole there. You can see now also that they made a kindi out. It is called as Kanakana kindi now. So it became a hole, and he could take the whole darshan of the Lord. And even now, when we go to the temple, the entrance, you can't see the deity. It is turned. So you have to take the darshan on the back side of the this one temple. Not on the back side. You have to go behind. And if there is a full rush, what I do, I go to through that Kanakana Kindi and I take the darshan. You can see completely the Lord deity. So this is the faith he had. He really cried for the Lord and he gave the darshan. And anything we do, we should not think that, oh, I may Krishna may protect, Krishna may do, Krishna may. I think all of us may have some experiences in our life that Krishna will indirectly, give his presence. He will make us to feel his presence. I think I remember Radha Sevika Mataji shared her few experiences. All of you have beautiful experiences, I know. So this is one of the example I wanted to share. And there are so many other examples also we can see everywhere in the whole India. We can see so many beautiful examples of something happened everywhere. So this is next one. Next one is being patient. We need to be very patient. Like one example I already gave. Um, what is that? This one, farmer. And another example Srila Prabhupada has given here is um, uh, newly married girl, whoever is marrying, she need to be surrendered to her husband. To if she want to have offspring, she has to wait. She has to do all the seva for her husband. So similarly, we cannot get the result immediately. Whatever we do, we have to always wait with the patience. some devotees I have heard, even me before, I used to think, oh, Krishna is not there. He is not helping me because I cannot focus in chanting. I cannot do anything. I'm doing this constantly. Still, my mind is not focused. It is not, we should not blame. Ultimately, what will happen if we don't have the patience? Like for me, example, if I don't have the patience, I will keep on complaining, complaining, complaining. I will lose the faith. I will lose the patience, then I will get frustrated, then I will blame the process, then I will give up. Then that chance I will lose because this human life is very, very, very rare. We we are all going through this 8,40,000 species of life transmigration from one body to another body. Dehi nosmidyata dehi kamaram yavanam jara. We all know this. Krishna has given so beautiful explanation about how the body, uh, the atma, the soul changes from one body to another according to our karma, previous karma, whatever we do. And also like clothes, we are changing our bodies like a cloth. Krishna giving lot of examples. So this is the precious human life. We have to make use of it. So we should not get frustrated. We should really have lot of patience, and then one day definitely Krishna will help us, and he will definitely help us to come out of this maya, and he will definitely help us. That is what I believe, and all the devotees. Srila Prabhupada is the best example. When he went to America, he didn't know anyone, and he constantly tried. For 1 year there was um, no outcome. Actually, there was nobody was interested. But slowly, because he was doing constantly with the full faith, full devotion, love and affection, Krishna sent some souls to him. So now you can see all over the world how many temples are there, because of all Srila Prabhupada's mercy and blessings. We have everything. He gave everything. He gave his soul for us. He gave his blood. So we need to make use of this Krishna consciousness movement. Once we are here, we should take it very seriously. And the next one is uh, what is that? The fourth one, acting according to the regulative principles. We have already discussed about the Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing, chanting, and how we have to follow the regulative principles. There are so many. There are four regulative principles which Srila Prabhupada has given to us. We all need to follow that. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxicating, no illicit sex. So these are the pillars of the dharma actually. So we should not break it. If we break one, then whole thing will go. So that is why we should be very, very careful in um, discharging the devotional, this following the regulative principles. And also we have to chant attentively with so much of love and affection. So it is always nice to wake up early in the morning, at least by 4 o'clock, as Srila Prabhupada has explained in the purport in here. Um, he said, he instructed us we have to wake up in Brahma Muhurta. So actually Brahma Muhurta starts at 4:30, from 4:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning. So if we get up early, take shower, then do small arati offering, then you start chanting, and at least until 6:30 we can finish some rounds. 6 o'clock is the Brahma Muhurta time actually. But in UK you cannot practice that in other countries. But in India is the best, always the same time all the time. So but still it is considered as 4:30 to 6 o'clock, I think, Brahma Muhurta. So we have to wake up early. We have to make this practice because our mind is very fresh and our mind will not wander here and there. From my own experience, I tell you, when if I wake up late and if I don't do my chanting before 7 o'clock, then I cannot finish my chanting whole day. It will drag and drag and drag. So that is why we have to make a habit of waking up early morning and chanting. So this is one of the important things Srila Prabhupada is saying to us, and abandoning thus association of non-devotees. So devotees, everywhere we can see, even Chaitanya Charitamrita, even in Bhagavad Gita, and all the books, all the scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere, wherever you read, they say that you have to avoid non-devotee association. Why? Because we can I can see in my own experience, when I'm at work, if I go and see somebody, friends, non-devotees, the mundane talks will start. Like, I have this property, I have that property, I have this bank balance, I have that bank balance. This all will mundane talks will be there, and blaming each other. So our mind also gets polluted. Just to avoid that, just to be in the track of path of devotional devotion, we have to try to be with the association of devotees. It is not always possible, but we have to work to survive in this material world. We need work, we need to survive, we need to feed the family, we need to look after everybody. That's very important. But also, in the meantime, whenever we have some time, we should try to attend classes, whether it is online, offline, or anything. So it is always very nice to have devotee association. Also, reading, if we have somebody together, it is nice to read together. So then at least we have, our mind will not wander here and there. So my experience I'm telling, because I prefer to read with my devotee friends. So I do that most of the time, because if I'm reading alone, my mind is not focusing. So it is very nice to do that one. So this is very important. And following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. Sorry, abandoning the association of non-devotees. There is one important thing why we have to associate it with the only devotees. Try maximum, because with the devotees, it is only Krishna Katha happens. It's always Krishna is there in the center all the time. So we will not forget Krishna. Prabhupada's one statement I always remember, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So this can happen only with the association of pure devotees or devotees. So nobody can become pure all of a sudden, but all of us are trying. So we have to transcend all the modes of material nature, like sattva guna, rajaguna, tamaguna. All three are not good. We have to come in the vishuddha sattva, which is pure sattva guna, mode of pure goodness. So then only we can come out of this all the the mayas and everything. Krishna will be there in our heart that time. So the last, abandoning the association done, and following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. Following in the footsteps of previous acharyas, we are belongs to this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, which comes directly from Lord Krishna. Krishna only guided everyone, and through them, Lord Brahma, then we know all the disciplic succession. I think, do you want me to read that? I think everyone should know that. Everyone will know. Maybe Pawan Prabhu, and I think you all know, I think so. Who are the disciplic succession? It is there in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, I think so, last page. Let me see that one. You want me to read? I can read that. Mm, where is that chart? So this is what very important is. We have to. Where is that? Mhm. So I forgot that page. So actually, when I remember, I'll tell you. This is very important. We have to follow our Guru Parampara. So whatever we do, we have to, if we are reading, we have to read our Guru Parampara books, which has come through the disciplic succession, which is not unadulterated. For example, Srila Prabhupada has written in the um, Bhagavad Gita, in the front page, Bhagavad Gita as it is. That means there is no adulteration, there is no change. So all the books of Srila Prabhupada are, there is no change in it. It is all as it is. So we have to read according to the whatever was coming from the disciplic succession. And also in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about the spiritual master, importance of spiritual master. Who is the spiritual master? How do we know him? Spiritual master comes from the disciplic succession. And spiritual master is one who he lives by his teaching. So there is a beautiful verse in chapter 4 Bhagavad Gita, 34 verse. Tadvidhi pranipatena praniprasnena sevaya upadeshanti te dhyanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Who is tattvadarshi? One who has seen the truth, one who has understand the Lord, one who knows who is God. And one who is living by his teachings. So we have to understand uh, the proper bona fide spiritual master, and we have to approach him submissively. So we cannot just we need to be humble, we need to be submissive, and we have to render service to him, and whatever instructions he will give, we have to follow properly. So this is how we should follow Krishna consciousness movement. um, so this is very important for everyone. I think all of us, even me, because I'm not that great. I really struggle with my sadhana, but doesn't matter whatever comes, we have to try. There are hindrances, there are obstacles on our devotional path. But we should not deviate. We should have a firm faith, firm conviction, and patient. All these qualities, whatever Srila Rupa Goswami has given us, we have to follow them. That is only that will favor us in progressing from Kanishtadhikari to Uttamadhikari. So I think I would really stop here. Um, the main points what we understand here is we have to, doesn't matter whatever comes, we have to um, try to do our bhakti, devotional service, not bhakti. We cannot do bhakti in this age of Kali. And there are so many examples Srila Prabhupada has given. I think it's better to read the purport again, all of you. Thank you very much for listening. And I'm so sorry if you couldn't understand anything. I don't know. Anybody can answer, or rather say Vikamataji is there to answer. I'm not sure if Prabhuji is there or not. And Gayatri Mataji is there also. All of you help me. Thank you so much. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Please forgive me for mistakes.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, I've sent you one link. Is it what you're looking for regarding reading the actual scriptures?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, yes, this one, right? The 16th chapter,
Yeah.
24th verse.
Here it says about the scriptures. Read from actual sources.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. There's so much is there actually, but because of the time, I didn't want to go through so much in deep
Mm,
depth. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah,
no problem.
you want to read that,
But
Prabhu?
very yes, Mataji. Yeah, I'll quickly read maybe from Shloka. Machastram pramanam te karya vyavastitau ज्ञात्वा शास्त्राविधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुम् इहार्हसि. So one should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Purport Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in the 15th chapter, all the rules. Mataji, would you like me to read purport as well?
I don't know how big it is, but yeah, if everybody is happy with it, you
Okay.
can read it.
Okay, Mataji.
Prabhuji, go ahead.
As stated in the 15th chapter, all the rules and regulations of the Vedas are meant for knowing Krishna. If one understands Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita and becomes situated in Krishna consciousness, engaging himself in devotional service, he has reached the highest perfection of knowledge offered by the Vedic literature. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made this process very easy. He asked people simply to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and to engage in the devotional service of the Lord and eat the remnants of foodstuff ordered offered to the deity. One who is directly engaged in all these devotional activities is to be understood as having studied all Vedic literatures. He has come to the conclusion perfectly. Of course, for the ordinary persons who are not in Krishna consciousness or who are not engaged in devotional service, what is to be done and what is not to be done must be decided by the injunctions of the Vedas. One should act accordingly without argument. That is called following the principles of Shastra or scripture. Shastra is without the four principal defects that are visible in the conditional soul. Imperfect senses, the propensity of cheating, certainty of committing mistakes, and certainty of being illusioned. These four principles, defects in conditioned life, disqualify one from putting forth rules and regulations. Therefore, the rules and regulations are, as described in the Shastra, being above these defects, are accepted without alteration by the all great saints, acharyas, and great souls. In India, there are many parties of spiritual understanding, generally classified as two: the impersonalist and the personalist. Both of them, however, led their lives according to the principles of the Vedas. Without following the principles of the scriptures, one cannot elevate himself to the perfectional stage. One who actually, therefore, understands the purport of the Shastras is considered fortunate. In human society, aversion to the principles of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of all evils. Aversion to the principles of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the greatest offense of human life. Therefore, Maya, the material energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always giving us trouble in the shape of the threefold miseries. This material energy is constituted of the three modes of material nature. One has to raise himself at least to the mode of goodness before the path to understanding the supreme law can be opened. Without raising oneself to the standard of the mode of goodness, one remains in ignorance and passion, which are the cause of demoniac life. Those in the modes of passion and ignorance deride the scriptures, deride the holy men, and deride the proper understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They disobey the instructions of the spiritual master and they do not care for the regulations of the scriptures. Instead of hearing the glories of devotional service, they are not attracted. Thus, they manufacture their own way of elevation. These are some of the defects of human society which led to the demonic status of life. If, however, one is able to guide it by a proper and bona fide spiritual master who can lead one to the path of the elevation to the highest stage, then one's life become successful. Hare Krishna, Mate. Yeah, this I think. Thank you so much, Mataji, for bringing, reminding this one. Yeah, this kind of adding a cherry on top of what you have all said. Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. This is really nice. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Over to you, Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, so beautifully you have explained so many points today. Very nice, Mataji.
Mataji is such a big, actually, this one, it needs little bit time, but anyway, it's
Yeah. Yes,
I
yes,
didn't
Mataji.
prepare much, but I was just going a little bit, whatever. Yeah. Thank you so
Mataji.
much.
Such a wonderful session today with so many examples and so many things that we have to keep in all the time. We have to remember and to practice in our lives. So it was very nice. And I'll ask if anybody has any questions or any reflections. Please unmute and speak if you have anything to.
Hare Krishna Mataji was really, really nice. Thank you so much, Prabhavati Mataji. It was really nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji. After a long time, Hari Bol. How are you, Mataji? You
Yeah,
don't
I'm good.
sound good.
Yeah,
Are
my
you
voice
okay?
is. Yeah, my
I
voice is. I
know.
think.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see that.
Um, I think it. I'm so happy and so glad that you mentioned this because I haven't heard Nectar of Instruction or something. I know right at the beginning we used to read all the time, all the time, all the time,
Yeah.
and how powerful this little book is, and how everything is contained in such a small book.
Mm.
Um, and the and it's I think like it's the simplicity of it's the simplicity of it. I think that's the beauty of this. And you know, like the even what Prabhu just read, chapter 15, it's the simplicity of it. And sometimes we complicate things, but I think as we go deeper, we're just learning more and more things. But through these processes, everything becomes revealed. um you know, you spoke about being patient. At, like, we think, okay, but if we like look at our journey, and in the beginning maybe we were so impatient, but there was like a big boost to our spiritual life. And then there was like a, you know, then it kind of levels off, and then it goes up and down, and depending on how much we do, etc. But like everything has come from, even if we think about ourselves, everything has come from these things. um just, you know, as simple as being enthusiastic. When we first start, we have this, you know, we're so like fired up, and then to keep that fire going, it takes, you know, the maintenance part is probably the harder part than even just the start. In the start, everything is just great, and there's just so much elevation. And then to keep that and to deepen it, I think everything comes from that. And I know that we could just see the Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnanam Karmadhinam, that verse there. And um just always remembering that, like, just even if we're just, whichever, like if we're having a good day, a bad day in devotion, or a slow day, just do something, just reconnect with Krishna. And it's continuous. It's this knowing that it's never ending is kind of amazing, because it's
Mm.
always fresh, and we can always do it. um uh it's such, you spoke so well, and you covered so many different points, and just going through the personalities of Navda Bhakti. um you know, again, so much to just learn from them, and the absorption of those personalities. So every time we're rereading something again, the message is going in deeper. um it, you know, it's spiritual life is like that. We can read it one day, then we can read it another day, then we can read it another day, and then the verse opens up, uh, and our experiences, and our and we change as we read these verses. So thank you so much, Mataji, for doing this specific thing.
Yes, Mataji, I think this is really nice. There is so much to talk, but as you said, this is so beautiful. We need to keep reading and reading and reading, and it's not easy, as you said. Applying all this in the real life is not easy. Especially we come across with the workplace and all. My God, it's not so easy, Mataji. Keeping that patience and everything, no, not easy. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But I think we get, even just by saying it, we get it, and Krishna knows that we're trying,
Mm.
and we get
Yes.
tested. Of course, we get tested
Yeah.
constantly.
True.
But but sometimes, I don't know, I think there is also a growth at one point that happens, and we can kind of see it as well. Like, you know, we talk, like,
Mm.
especially when we're going through Anata Nivriti, that is so difficult, because you're
Mm.
being tested and everything's coming up, and it's constant. But with the constant surrender to the scripture, we become stronger. And then one day, after, it could be after many years, it could be after, you know, we see difference in us, and we don't realize, but we've actually grown.
Yeah.
And there's certain habits that we had, they don't no longer exist. um and yes, it is hard, I absolutely agree. But sometimes
Mm.
Krishna just, I don't know, like, one day we'll wake up, and even through the process, the journey, we have to see that as just as beautiful, because Krishna's in it. And if we're on the right path, like just think of it as a journey. And
Mm.
sometimes in those little moments, we will see, when we reflect, we will see actually we've grown as well so much. Like we're
Yeah.
not the same as we were when we first started. We thought it was going to be easy. We thought all sorts of things, but and it probably became harder. But actually, so much growth has happened. Like if you actually think about what you've like, because from when I'm hearing you, like it feels like you've grown a lot because of this. Even though you're trying, the fact is that in that trying, you're growing because you're not
Yeah.
ignorant anymore.
The
You're
growth
uplifting.
we can see little by little. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, I
Mataji.
think I see that when you was talking, like there's a in
Mm.
your voice, there's a growth, and I think that
Mind is so weird, Mataji. As
yeah,
Arjuna says, mind is not
yeah,
weird
the
so much.
mind, yeah, but we have to treat them like we can. And
Mm.
again, you're saying it's the easier said than done, and trust me, I totally get the battle with the mind. But one day, even the mind starts settling. I can't explain it. There will come a point
Mm.
that the mind
Mm.
will there will be a settling period, and you will just settle. The mind stops. They say the journey between the heart and the mind is the hardest, and
Yeah, true.
eventually the chat, it
Mm.
just it's just like I used to argue with Amog Prabhu all the time that he seems so stable and steady, and then I was like,
Yes, true.
but recently there's a little part of me that thinks, okay, let's just go with it. Like, let's just not fight. Like, I just, sometimes it's about you just put the fight down
Mm.
and just allow, it's the surrender. I think the surrendering it, like Krishna, I don't know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. But just say that in front of him, like, I'm trying my best and I have to surrender it to you because I just don't know. And then at that moment, he starts working. And then life slowly becomes more peaceful because we allowed that peace to come in. Like, I don't know why, but for the last like 6 months at least, the word peace has so like I've never thought of Shanti. They say that we shouldn't really think about the mode of goodness, and we have, but there is a point of actually feeling peace, and then there is a play there will be a time that everything external might still be the same, but something inside you is strong and it's grounded
Mm.
and you're centered. Whatever's happening outside, like certain people have this ability, and I used to just watch it in people, and I used to be like, oh, I have to react, like, and then we go into passion, and then we go into turmoil. But
Mm.
if we could just get to that level of shanti, it makes like it becomes like we're an observer. Like we don't actually like we just let it go. And I think what Amol Prabhu does, he doesn't he just says this, and I used to think, how is he so like, he's so just focused. But it's because there is a level of peace that comes after a while that that it comes from this our own core, our center, where anything could be going on, but we're just an observe, like we're just in consciousness. Like the problem comes when we identify with the body and the mind and then all these things, because we keep thinking we're all these things and we're not. So once we identify, even saying I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm a whatever, sister, daughter, whatever, once we identify with a label, that's when the problems start. But if we just maintain that consciousness of that soul, that ABCD, like that's why it's so important to keep going back to the roots and the grassroots. If we just remember we're the soul, and our real identity is to be servant of Krishna, servant, and then everything falls from that, and then we're not. So whichever interactions we're having, so if you're interacting with your whatever, whoever you're interacting with, oh, I'm just acting on part, I'm just playing the part of servant of Krishna. So if this soul has come to me, then I just look after this soul because that's part of Krishna. If it's my job, it's just I'm just doing it for service for Krishna. You don't identify with that, especially in work. I know that's the hardest one, because we become so passionate about work. That's the, and then eventually, slowly, even that, like, it doesn't feel like a big battle anymore. It's just you don't attach to every single little thing. And that one's hard. I think that one is the hardest, but because that's a battlefield for us, it's just like a battlefield. Work can be, but if again, if we change our consciousness and say that, no, I'm a servant of Krishna, I'm here, I'm going to do my best at whatever I'm doing. When those triggers come, just deeply pray to Nrsimhadev. Just deeply, deeply pray to him that don't let this affect me. Let me just do my job. I'm doing my best for you. You protect me. And I'm doing this as service for you. It's when we identify with the body, that's when all the problems start. Or the mind, because mind is crazy, isn't it? Like Arjuna says. So Krishna says,
So
don't
true,
worry.
Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah. Just do
Thank
the
you very
action. Just do the action.
much.
Like, just if you're like, I don't know, what job do you do?
Me, I'm nurse, Mataji. I work in operation theater. Sometimes it can be very hectic, like
Of course, I mean, you're
very
dealing with
stressful situation.
yeah, you're dealing
Yeah,
with people's lives. So just pray to Krishna. Krishna, just help me to do my job, because
yeah.
literally, I pray sometimes as well, like, just help me to do.
Mm,
I don't know, he's giving us the ability. Like, when we start
mm,
going into Bhagavatam and
yeah,
that healing energy that you naturally have, like, working as a nurse is so difficult, and the hours that you work, the types of people you have to deal
yeah. I
with.
work in heart surgery, Mataji. Heart, yeah, mainly the
Yeah.
transplantation and all those stuff. Yeah, so it's
So
little
just even
bit.
just keep saying Krishna's name, because you just
Yeah,
being there benefit. Krishna might just be using you as an instrument to benefit everybody in that situation.
yeah.
But don't
Yeah,
yeah, just like,
occasionally we have sometimes. When the real emergencies are happening, then it is little bit trouble. Otherwise, it's okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. It's very nice. Yeah, nicely explained.
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you as
So
well.
beautiful, Mataji. Is Asha Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji, anybody, Pavan Prabhuji already read the purport. Very nice, Pavan Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Anybody else have anything to say? Any reflections? Amok.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Gayatri
Gaurangi Mataji.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhavati. Saci Mataji. Very nice class,
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Mataji.
I don't understand properly, but you give very nice class, Mataji. Everything is going nicely, explained very nicely, Mataji. Everything you mention, sloka and all devotee and Maharaj. Who taught you? I forgot right now. I can Mataji. Then everything you explained about the bhakti, prarthana, who did everything, that one is also very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. It was not excellent, but it was just okay. Thank you so much, anyway, for joining and giving your association and blessings. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
All Guru
Asha
Shishila Prabhupada.
Mataji. Asha Mataji, Usha Mataji, you have anything to add to this?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Nothing to add, but I would like to thank Prabha Mataji for her wonderful session. She was calm and composed. Very nice class. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Asha Mataji. He will Hare Krishna. All Guru Shishila Prabhupada.
Hari Bol.
Usha Mataji. Pavan Prabhuji, you have anything else to say, Pavan Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Yeah, it was Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, Danvat Pranam as well, everyone. So, yeah, it was actually good refresher, isn't it? So very, very nice. Whenever we forget, like, kind of when chanting, you feel like can't you are unable to focus. You feel like I don't know why it is happening, and then Prabhupada Sachimataji came, and then it's kind of gave us a boost. Yeah, it's like very good session, I would say, much needed session as well. So it really happens to everyone, isn't it? When we are chanting, all of a sudden, sometimes your mind won't listen for all 16 chants. It keep wandering around, things about tomorrow, things about today, what to cook or what to do in the work, things like that. And now I understood, like, okay, that's we don't have to worry about that. Connecting to the previous sessions as well, one of the Prabhuji came and told, your mind is wandering, chant anyway,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
that day.
yeah,
Exactly.
true, Prabhuji.
So,
I
and
think we have to keep going. Yeah, Krishna
exactly.
is there. Yeah.
Hmm.
One
Yeah.
one thing I just heard from one of the lecture regarding the
Mm.
chanting. One of the Prabhu was saying when we are chanting, we should always think that Krishna is just standing right behind, front of us. So then we
Mm.
will get more focus and more concentration. But that is also
Exactly.
for a few minutes only. Then it will go again. The mind will go again somewhere.
Yes, Mataji.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yes, Mataji.
Mm.
So true, so true. Very hard to mind is the worst enemy as well as the best friend. So it's very hard.
Mm.
Well, as Pawan Prabhu said, yeah, we have
Yeah.
to what to cook, what to do, what to that. Very nice. Really true. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but it's like we have to continue like saying like chant anyway. I think eventually when we chant on and on and on, we purify ourselves, and then all of a sudden we will be in a situation where our mind is really stable. So I've seen we went to Manchester ISKCON this Sunday, and there was a Bhagavad Gita recitation, and then one of the disciple of Prabhupada came there as well. So it was so good to see him. I exactly forgot the name, but he's highly knowledgeable, and he's very calm and composed. When someone has ultra excellent knowledge, how they will be. So I saw him. So I felt so good because he's a direct disciple of Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhuji. So and one thing I learned from that is like the more you learn, the more you chant, the more you purify, the calmer you become. So that's what I have learned just by seeing him. So just by seeing the Prabhuji, I've learned that much. Imagine if we engage with him. So what else we can learn? So
Yeah, so true. True, um, real devotee of Lord Krishna. They are so pure, Prabhuji. That is why.
mm,
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice reflections, Pawan Prabhuji. So beautiful.
thank
Thank
you,
you
Mataji.
so much for that. Yes.
Today- Yeah, I want to add one more as well from today. So very good example, I would say. It's very, plants are everywhere, trees are everywhere. It's straight in front of our eyes, isn't it? So Mataji just reminded us, like when we, uh, you know, s- uh, you know, I mean, like when we sow seeds, plant a seed, isn't it? So when it might take some time to give fruits, isn't it? So we should not like blame Krishna for not getting or something like that. We have to have really good patience in bhakti. So it's really good thing actually. We should you know keep that in mind all the time. When delays happen, it means like we must have patience, and then we must understand that we just the seed we we just planted the seed, so we have to wait. This will take time. We have to always think that way when delays happen. So very, very thank you very much, Mataji, for actually giving that example. It's very small one, but it is helping us a lot. Even if I think that now, it's kind of boosting my confidence in Japan, I would say. And thank you so much for bringing that example, Mataji.
All
Thank
Srila Prabhupada, Prabhuji, all Gurus to Srila Prabhupada. We are just referring him and just whatever little bit remembering, we are just saying. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. You're so very kind. Haribol, Hare
Very,
Krishna.
Thank you so
very
much,
good.
Pawan Prabhuji, Haribol. And thank you so much, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. Amok Prabhuji, if you are able to speak some words.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. It is so beautiful, and yes, thank you, Gayatri Mataji, as well for sharing the screen, and Radha Seta Mataji for adding nectar, and Pawan Prabhuji different reflections from Shastra perspective. So beautiful. And just relishing all those things. And one point that Namachintamani Hi Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purnashuddho Nityakamo Ami Abhinatvadnamanaminoho. This one, as Mataji is mentioning, Prabhupada Sachi Mataji. So there is no difference between Krishna's name and his form and his qualities and his pastimes. That when we chant, Krishna is standing in front of us. Like Prabhupada's analogy is that water in this material world is a relative, but in the transcendental platform, it is absolute, no difference from Krishna, Krishna's form name. That is Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Nama Chintamani Krishna, Nama Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Purna Shuddho Nityaka, Nitya Mukto, Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto, Abhinatvad, Nama Namino. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. And also this one, Shadbhir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. Six enthusiasm and determination and so much of dhairyat, dharya tatkar, and then tat karma pravattate. So beautiful, all these sharangas. Thank you so much, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. So these sharangas, think in another context also it was Busha Mataji has given from the Prahlad Maharaja's instructions. Busha Mataji, would you like to share that Prahlad Maharaj, I think 7,550 shloka, I think. It's similar kind of Srimad Bhagavatam 7,550. I think 2 weeks before we had the similar kind of discussions on that one.
Yes, Prabhu,
Thank you very
yeah.
much,
I joined
Prabhuji. Hare
late.
Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhupada Mataji, because I joined late. I was doing the other class. So, yes, as always, you have a good, giving the good class. Sorry, Mataji, I
Oh,
joined
Mataji,
late.
we are still learning. It's
No,
all Prabhu's mercy. He is the one
yeah.
encouraging us. Otherwise, I'm not capable of anything at all.
Prahlada passed place, I think, that Narsimhadev, I think.
Which chapter, Prabhuji?
Chapter 9, 7, 9, 50. I think we did the recite and just do a little bit practice on that one as well. Yeah, Tatya Hattama Namaha. प्रस्तुतिकर्म पूजः कर्मः श्रुतिः चरणयोः श्रवणं कदायं तं सेवया त्वयि विनेत् षडङ्गया किम्. These are the 6 angas. षडङ्गया किम्. Bhaktim janaः paramahamsa gato labheta. Just only can have a translation, Mataji. That's fine. No need to go deep in. You can read, Mataji, please.
Is Usha Mata is reading, Prabhuji?
Yeah, anyone can.
Should I read, Prabhuji?
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Translated
get
by
it.
Srila Prabhupada. Usha Mataji, if you're okay,
No,
read.
no, 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 you can read, Mataji. Thank you.
Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you because, without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all the results of activities, worshipping you, working on your behalf, always remembering your lotus feet and hearing about your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for just as the six principles of from what Mataji has. Utsaha, Nishaya, Dhairya, Tatat Karma, Pravartana. Asangtyaga Sato Vrittehe, Shadbhir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. They're also in the Nectar of Instruction. That's the third shloka. So here there are also 6 principles. Here also 6 principles. Shadanga. That's all. Thank you so much, Mataji, for beautifully explaining all those things. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, it's all because of you. We are just trying to do little bit whatever we can. Thank you so much for all your help and guidance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Srila Prabhupada and the Devotees
Thank you,
Association.
Prabhupada. Also, Prabhavati Mataji, I just wanted to say, Bagilanu teredu, seveyanu kodo hariye, ಕೂಗಿದರು ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲವೇ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು.
Krishna. Very nice, no? Very beautiful that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so heart touching, you know.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, when you were saying, I wanted to like go back
Oh,
to
thank you
Udupi
so
and
much.
repeat.
That's
Yes.
that's my favorite song. You know, very beautiful. So beautiful, very meaningful.
Yes, yes, Mataji. Yes.
Mm.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. And yeah, I guess
Thank you all for your
everybody, if
wonderful
everybody had,
association and guidance and everything. Very, very nice. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. If everybody are happy, we can do the Narsimha Arati.
Yeah.
Usha
Anybody would
Mataji.
like? Yeah.
Or Gaurangi Mataji or Usha Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. You go ahead,
Okay.
Mataji. I
You
will
lead,
follow you.
Mataji, and then follow you.
No, you go, Mataji. I will follow you.
Okay, okay, Mataji. रुद्रमेवं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्नमाम्यहम् जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह प्रह्लाद I don't remember somebody has to help me.
Jai Narasimha, Sri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha. Mataji, Jai Sri Mataji. Prahlada Disa, Jai Padma Mukha, Padma Vinga. Yes, Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Namaste Narasimhaya नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रह्लादलाददायिने
प्रह्लादलाददायिने
तायिने
हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वचः
चिलाटकानकालाये
टङ्का
शीलाटङ्कानकालये
नकालये
ऋतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंहो
हितो
तो
नरसिंह
नरसिंहो
नरसिंह परतो
परतो
रतो
नरसिंह
नरसिंहो
यतो यतो यमिततो नरसिंहो
यतो
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 यमिततो
यमिततो
यामिततो
नरसिंहो
नरसिंह
बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
बहिर्नरसिंह
नरसिंहो
हृदये
हृदये
नरसिंह
नरसिंहो
नरसिंहो मदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
तव करकमलवरे अतुतशृङ्गां दलितं हिरण्यकशिपु सानुबृङ्गां केशवद्रीता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमल
कमलवरे नाथ
अद्भुत शृङ्ग
अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता
ललिता
हिरण्यकशिपु
हिरण्यकशिपु
तनुभृङ्गम्
तनुभृङ्गम् केशवद्रीता
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा
हरिरूपा जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
हरे
हरे जय
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 जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
हरे जय
जय जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
हरे
केशवद्रीतानरहरिरूपं जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
ये नवदीप्तानरहरिरूपा
नरहरिरूपा
रूपा
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
हरे जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश हरे
जगदीश
जय
हरे
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद
प्रह्लाद
महाराज
महाराज
जय
जय
प्रहलाद
प्रह्लाद
महाराज जय प्रहलाद
प्रह्लाद
महाराज
महाराज
जय
जय
प्रहलाद
प्रह्लाद
महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय
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 जय जय
जय
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
जय जय
जय जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nittai Gaura
Gaura
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari
Gaura Hari Bol.
Bol.
श्री श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
Jai,
भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की
Jai,
श्री शिला प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hari Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol. Thank you
हरे
so
कृष्ण।
much, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very
Hare
beautiful.
Krishna. May I request everyone to please unmute and three loud Hari Bols to Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. Hare
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol. Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol. Also three loud Hari Bols to Radha Sevika Mataji and also Amuk Prabhuji, Pavan
So
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, yes.
Yeah.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
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 Hari
Hari
Bol.
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 Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you so much, everyone, for
So
attending.
much,
It was
Mataji.
beautiful, Mataji. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. All
Hare
glories to Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada, all glories
All
to the
glories to
lovely devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you for all
Hare
your
all.
Big
association.
Hari Bol to Shama Mataji for beautiful singing.
Hari
हरि
Bol.
Hare
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hari Bol to all devotees. And
Hare Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
If
Bol.
everybody are happy, shall we end the session and happy Vaikunta Ekadasi to everyone?
Mataji.
Vancha
Vancha
kalpatarubhyascha kripa
kalpatarubhyascha
sindhubhyaeva
Devyach
Parvindubhyascha
patitanam
Tanam
Danam
pavnebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
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 Namah
namaha
Namah.
Ananta Koti
Koti
Vaishnava
Vaishnav
Vrinda
ki
ki
Vrinda
jai.
ki
jai,
Jai.
jai.
Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Bol.
you.